As the NHS faces its usual winter pressures exacerbated by its 2.5-year focus on one disease, the siren voices calling for mask mandates, stay-at-home orders and, in the most extreme cases, yet more COVID isolation, well, they grow louder. As usual, it's all about saving the NHS. And there's the rub. How much more economic damage can we inflict on ourselves, and for how much longer can we pursue, in my view, the wildly failed policies of masking, lockdowns and endless testing? The test and trace system, for example, cost £34 billion. That's more than half the annual defence budget. With a virus that raged through the population, it was a catastrophic waste of time and money. And what about those pathetic PCR tests? Those clunky bits of kit discarded into landfill and adding to an ever-growing mountain of COVID-related plastic in the sea. Surely we can't repeat the deadly mistakes of the past. There's going to be a winter crisis in the NHS every year. And if we don't push back on these now discredited measures, we never will. The fundamental problem with the NHS is its organisation, its vast bureaucracy, and the fact that it's the biggest employer in Europe, which people boast about. They boast about how the NHS is the biggest employer in Europe, the third biggest employer in the world. That's not a proud boast. That is proof that it's wildly inefficient. It's bloated. It's too big. It's too expensive, and it must change or die. Asleep at the wheel for decades as preventable lifestyle illnesses like type 2 diabetes have exploded, that is the real reason why we're here, not that novel virus from Wuhan, which arrived in March 2020. The calls for COVID measures, whether it's masks or work from home orders or social distancing or those ridiculous plastic screens in shops or arrows in supermarkets, it's all just a smokescreen, COVID theatre, and an opportunity for politicians and health leaders to be seen to do something and to distract you from the truth. The masks is a case in point. They want to cover your faces to cover their arses. To hear top medics, scientists and prominent media figures seeking more of this folly after everything we've learned is akin to your abuser once again knocking on the bedroom door. Just say no. This isn't about COVID. The elephant in the room is the NHS itself, which is the real casualty of this pandemic.